G'day, welcome back to Plugged In Australia, Quick Charge, the shorter version of the show for when you want the main EV news without the full deep dive. This is episode 60 for Monday, the 1st of June 2026, and today we've got a big Australian EV and plug-in hybrid news roundup. Mitsubishi is preparing its first new EV for Australia in more than a decade. Lexus has slashed pricing on the RZ electric SUV. BYD is expanding the Shark 6 plug-in hybrid ute range. MG has a big range extender SUV on the way. Denza is updating the B5 and the B9 off-roaders with over-the-air updates. And there are practical updates on Kia's PV5 van, Tesla V2L and Amber's vehicle-to-grid trial. Let's get into it. Mitsubishi is finally coming back to the Australian EV market. The brand has confirmed it will launch its first new electric vehicle here since the IMEV, with arrival due before the end of 2026. The new EV is being sourced from Foxtron, the Taiwanese electric vehicle manufacturer created by Foxconn and Yulon. But the important part for Australia is its local involvement. Mitsubishi says the car has had extensive Australian testing and tuning with ride and handling work aimed at local roads. The exact model name and full specification are still to come. However, reporting points towards the Foxtron Bria as the likely base vehicle. Overseas, that car has been linked with a 57.7 kilowatt-hour LFP battery, rear-wheel drive and an all-wheel drive version as well, with outputs of up to 299 kilowatts in the stronger dual-motor model. The hard truth is Mitsubishi is late back to the EV scene. BYD, MG, Tesla, Kia, Hyundai and plenty of others are already well established. So Mitsubishi wants this car to work, needs to have sharp pricing, good real-world range, proper local tuning and stronger dealer support. Next on is Lexus, and it has taken a massive axe to the RZ electric SUV price. The updated RZ 500e Luxury now starts from $84,500 before on-road costs, while the RZ 500e Sports Luxury starts from $91,000. That's compared with the old RZ 450e equivalent, and that means it cuts more than $36,000 and more than $42,000 respectively. The updated RZ also gets more power and more range. The RZ 500e now produces 280 kilowatts, uses a 74.7 kilowatt-hour battery, and has a WLTP range of up to 460 kilometers. AC charging has doubled to 22 kilowatts. There is also a new RZ 550e F Sport at 105,000 before on roads with 300 kilowatts, a 77 kilowatt-hour battery, steer-by-wire yoke steering, and Lexus's simulated manual style drive system. The price cut makes the RZ much more competitive, especially for novated lease buyers, while the FBT exemption still applies. However, Lexus still has a challenge. The premium EV SUV market is crowded, and buyers are now comparing software, charging range, and value more closely than ever before. BYD is also making moves with the Shark 6 plug-in hybrid ute. The range now includes a dynamic cab chassis from 55,900 before on roads, the premium from 57,900, and a new performance grade from 62,900. The dynamic and premium use a 1.5-litre turbo plug-in hybrid system with dual motors, 320 kilowatts and 650 newton meters. The performance steps up to a 2-litre turbo plug-in hybrid system with 350 kilowatts, 700 newton meters of torque, and most importantly for ute buyers, brake towing rises to 3.5 tonne. BYD is also adding more tech. Premium and performance grades get Google Automotive Services, while crawl mode is being rolled out across the range. That mode is designed to help low-speed off-road control by managing torque and throttle response. Now, this matters because the Shark 6 is doing a job full electric utes still are not doing here. It gives buyers electric commuting range and lower fuel use if they plug it in, but still has its long-distance flexibility. MG's premium IM brand is also worth watching because the incoming IM8 looks like a serious large SUV. The IM8 is expected to be a range extender electric SUV closely related to the IM LS8 sold overseas. Now that means electric drive, a large battery and a petrol engine used as a generator. Overseas versions are around 5.1 meters long with battery packs up to 66 kilowatt hours. Electric-only range claims as high as 430 kilometers on Chinese CLTC cycle, and total driving range claims above 1,600 kilometers. As always, those numbers need caution because Chinese test cycles are generous, but the concept is very relevant to Australia. a big family SUV that can do most daily driving on electric, but still has a petrol backup for long trips, could appeal to buyers who are not ready for a full battery electric range. Denza has also released useful over-the-air updates for the B5 and B8. The B5 gets a dedicated towing mode switch, cruise control capability while towing, and trailer weight selection, so the vehicle can adjust performance and stability systems. The B8 also gets cruise control in towing mode and dynamic range estimation based on conditions. There are also off-road updates to traction control and torque management. It's exactly the kind of software support plug-in hybrid off-roaders need, because towing, hills, soft sand and rough tracks can still change range and traction behavior pretty quickly. Now, on the global front, the International Energy Agency expects electric car sales to reach around 23 million vehicles in 2026 after passing 20 million in 2025. Now, that would put EVs close to 30% of global new car sales. The Australian takeaway on this one is choice and price pressure. The more EVs sold globally, the more batteries, platforms and competition that we get. It eventually flows through to more affordable models here. And in small car news, MG has launched the MG4X in China at the equivalent of about $20,000 Australian. It's a small electric SUV, it's around 4.5 meters long, with battery options reported at 54 and 64 kilowatt hours. Australian pricing would definitely be much higher if it did end up coming here, but it still shows MG is pushing hard on affordable EVs. BYD has also revealed the BYD Dolphin G plug-in hybrid hatch for Europe. It's not currently part of BYD Australia's forward product plan, but it shows BYD also still developing small, affordable plug-in hybrids for markets where price and city efficiency really matter. BYD has also unveiled its next generation God's Eye driver assistance technology in China, with a new in-house chip, LiDAR and a more advanced sensor hardware planned for future models. But Australian buyers should not assume this is coming here immediately. Local cars need local hardware, software, validation and of course regulatory approval. For now, it's a technology direction, not a local feature promise. Kia's PV5 electric van has been spotted in Australia ahead of a local launch. The long-range version is expected to use a 71.2 kilowatt-hour battery with around 416 kilometers of WLTP range, a 120 kilowatt motor, 30-minute 10 to 80% charging, and 3.68 kilowatts of vehicle-to-load output. Pricing has been shown around the $55,990 before on-road costs. Tesla's also finally bringing V2L hardware into the local conversation with a $145 adapter for compatible Model Y L vehicles only. It is rated at 230 volts and 15 amps with output of 3.5 kilowatts. That is useful, but it is limited to the compatible models, which is the Model Y L for now. And finally, Amber is expanding its vehicle-to-grid trial to more than 1,000 EVs with extra government and arena funding. This is the sort of pilot that could matter a lot in Australia because EV batteries could eventually help soak up cheap solar and export power back during evening peaks. However, standards, charger approvals, battery warranties and customer control still need to be sorted out. And that is a wrap for Quick Charge episode 60. On Monday, the 1st of June 2026. As always, the full episode has a lot more in-depth details. We call it the deep dive. It'll have more information on all of the stories we mentioned, on Mitsubishi's local EV tuning, on BYD Shark specs, the Denza over-the-air updates, all the different things that it involves, a bit more information on the Tesla V2L and Amber's V2G expansion. As always, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening. And until the next time, stay plugged in and stay charged. Ci vediamo.